In our ward, we had a really exciting thing happen, and I wanted you two to kind of tell your story. So we're going to start with you, Jackson. You had a chance to get to know Brianne, and you did something very special. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, in 6th grade in science, she was a student teacher, and she kind of knew my mom because she was her Laurel teacher, and so we kind of like joked around and got to be friends through that.
Great. And then you did something. You had a special event happen in your life, and you just tell us a little about that.
So through talking with her, I found out that she was inactive in her ward, and I knew that in a couple of weeks I was going to be ordained to be a deacon, and so I just asked if she wanted to come and watch, just like joking around, like, you should come watch me get the priesthood, and she just said okay, and then that Sunday I looked down, there she was, and I was pretty excited to see her there.
Very cool. Okay. And Brianne, you're a very special person, and knowing Jackson, how did you feel when he gave you that invitation?
Well, it wasn't really like a big thing. It was kind of just in passing. So I don't think he realized it meant so much to me. Oh, incredible. But I don't know, I felt like it gave me a responsibility to go to church when I've been toying with the idea off and on, and so it was actually like, okay, I'll make this my mission, I go to see this, and so it made it a lot easier, so it wasn't having to go to church, but it was, no, I'm doing something for him, so it wasn't so much for me, so it made it easier, but it meant a lot to me.
And this is a time in your life when you were contemplating a lot of changes too, weren't you?
Oh yeah, it was the worst time in my life when it came. I don't know. It was the biggest blessing I have next, but it came the time that I needed, where I could accept it and I could really go with it. So.
There, you kind of just briefly mentioned before, it was kind of cool to see her there. How did you feel that she accepted your invitation to come and be part of this special day?
It just made me feel good, and like how I invited someone to come and they came, and then now she comes often. Every time I see her, it makes me pretty happy.
You didn't realize at the time you asked her to come and be part of it how important that was going to be, did you?
No.
So the Spirit kind of helped you to move forward, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. Something about you saw him as he was, as a deacon passing the sacrament. Would you tell that story?
Yeah, so I saw him get the certificate on the stand, and then he said, well, you need to come next week because I get to pass the sacrament. So of course I went and happened to be sitting right where he was passing the sacrament, but I couldn't take it, and it was like devastating that I just had to pass it on. But then as soon as I went through the whole repentance process and I was able to take the sacrament again, I made sure I sat right where he was sitting, or right where he was going to pass right under the clock, so that I could take it for the first time from him. And it was actually, me and my mom laughed about it because he got the biggest smile on his face and just passed it on. I got this.
And Brianne, you had the chance to kind of return a favor, didn't you? And extend an invitation to Jackson.
I did. I have a little boy, and when he was getting blessed, I didn't have like a lot of people to be in the circle, and so I was going through who I cared about most, and I wanted to be in the circle. And of course, Jackson needed to be in it, but he wasn't able to stand in an actual circle, so we arranged it that he could hold the microphone so that he could be part of the circle right there.
Hey Jackson, I'm the ward mission leader, and we always talk about members being missionaries and that. And sometimes it just scares people, just that whole, sentence. And actually what you did is an act of friendship. And what advice could you give someone that might be contemplating asking a friend to come back into the church?
It's, all you have to do is just ask. Like, it's easy just to say it. Like, you might seem like it's hard or something, and like you'll be nervous if you'll offend them or something, but just ask. It can change someone's life.
Well, we're having fun here, and that's okay. Brianne, you mentioned a little bit about coming back to church with a reason, and how that kind of made it easier for you. And there are other people out there who are lost, and they say it's very difficult to come back. And just, it did help you, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's this big uphill battle to get back to church, and so if you have little baby steps that help you along the way, it's a lot easier. And it's the little acts of service that people do that make it a little bit easier every time you go back. So, I don't know, his little act of service makes it so I'm active. I hold a calling in the church, and I was able to go through the temple. So, I don't know, a 6th grade boy got me active again, so it's a big blessing.
And all we can say is we're proud of both of you. Thank you.